Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to look at Epithet Erased. Ooh, I actually got it right. I actually got it right! I mean, I definitely knew I would get that right. This is going to be episode 4 of Epithet Erased Reflection. As you can see, the coffee is strong today, as opposed to every other day where it's also strong. So, the coffee is normal today. I like doing this for some reason. I just really enjoy it today. I don't know why. Send help? Nah, I'm way beyond help. Joking aside, I want to just jump right into this and see what happens because Jello Apocalypse has done a great job. If you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up because it's really good. And they just do a great job. I know there's not going to be a second season. It's going to be a book instead, which I might very well just go buy the book because if this is the level of storytelling they have, I want to see what they do. And it'll just be really good. Also, because maybe if enough of us buy the book, there might be a third season animated. Would? I don't know. But it would be awesome. I haven't even finished this season. I want more. Which I won't get unless we do that. And I won't do that because... Yes. Once you're done with that, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go. What? Oh, flashback. Are we experiencing Talk no Jutsu?
Hi. Your mother and I are going out, okay?
Okay.
Stay in bed this time, okay? You're
What?
not well. You'll be healthy enough to play outside with the other kids soon, dear.
Okay.
Goodbye, sweetie.
Yeah. Whoa.
Episode 4.
Okay, everything they just did there. That is... Okay, one too far. Right here. I'm not even talking about this little moment right here where she touches the glass and her epithet. Let's just pretend I got that right. The epithet gets the effect going and it shatters the glass just a tiny bit. I love what they did for the art style here. She's so much younger. And it's hard to tell because, in all honesty, not much has changed. But you could actually see it in how much her cheeks are filled out. In the normal shows so far, it's a personality where she's just much more, I'm doing this. But also, the cheeks are a little more rounded here, so you see a bit more of the baby fat with youth here, which is usually one of the easiest ways when you don't really change the animation style up. Just make the cheeks a little more rounded and fuller. That's an easy way to do it. And they did it here. It's only really when you get to this view, you can tell this is a prequel to where she's at in the current present. Just because she looks kind of healthier, actually. She's probably also sicker and wasting away. Yeah, based on what people said, that's actually a thing. Just, you can see the wealth of just in the room itself. It's not overstated, it's not gaudy, but it's fitting her color scheme, but also big, fancy, emboldened, and it shows, yeah, calling her Lady Mara, which you have to pronounce that way, apparently, I've just been told is a thing. It makes sense because there's wealth there. It's not just Idnis being an idiot. I mean, yes, he's being an idiot because he's Idnis, but he's also right. Kind of wondering how they have snow in a desert. Technically, a desert would also be considered a tundra, so snow in a desert actually is pretty common. Yeah, it's just not snowfall. Unless she just went there afterwards and then picked him up. That actually makes sense too. So this is probably pre-Indus then. Oh.
Episode 4.
And everything is cracked in the opening screen. Oh, I didn't even notice that the first time.
I won't go.
Wait.
But why ever not? Lady Mara is waiting.
He literally doesn't
Because
understand.
I don't wanna. Giovanni. Boss stood up for me.
Yeah.
He got hurt for me. And he says I should stand
I kind
up
of
for
want to see just
myself.
Giovanni somehow
I
take
don't
over
wanna
without
have my
realizing it.
epithet taken away.
But you must. Lady Mara needs it.
I'm sorry, but I need it too. Molly dashes off towards the exit, but she
Is
finds
this
her path
the
blocked.
epithet?
By a barrier. I'm sorry, miss, but as a fellow bodyguard, you must understand. I must do as Lady Mara commands.
Oh, I forgot. He also thought... He somehow tricked himself into believing she was a bodyguard for her own bodyguard, who was also her bodyguard, but also her boss, but her bodyguard, because they're bodyguarding each other. That is a string of words that means nothing except to him, which is why it's also accurate. So therefore means something to describing this show. That's weird. But just, I forgot about that bit. Also, I'm kind of wondering if her having fragile is making her as sick as she is, or she has fragile because she's as sick as she is. Chicken and the egg until we see how the amulet affects it. Would getting someone else affect her? I don't know. It would be interesting, though.
And she commands that I capture you!
Ah! No!
Oh yeah, he can move his barriers.
She runs her hand along the sand in the desert exhibit, piling it up in her palm. As Zenithus reaches out to grab her, she sprays it up into his eyes.
Smart.
Sand! Sand in my eyes! The third worst place for sand to be! No, this bodyguard!
I can think of 2 places where that would be worse. One is underneath your fingernails, because sometimes it gets dug in there, it keeps digging in, and it just rips you open, and it can't get it out, so you have to wait for your fingernail to literally pull it out by growing. And there's a reason sticking things under your fingernails is a legitimate form of torture that is actually used and prevented in the Geneva Convention, because it is a legitimate, recognized, and documented form of torture. The other place, which I think would be worse, I am not going to vocalize. Not because of YouTube. I think I could actually get away with saying it on YouTube. But because I don't want to acknowledge it. Jello Apocalypse, everyone involved, for that reference alone, for making me think about what those were. Fuck you! I did not want to think that! Why would you even... And now I'm scared of beaches. Son of a bitch.
Come back!
Not bad, kid. That power of yours is actually pretty impressive.
What?
I think I'll take it.
Power
You're
boost?
no museum worker. You're just another thief.
Yes.
Aw, what was your first clue?
Although, realistically, she could probably just buy it off them if her family's rich.
You're
Probably
rude,
were
genius.
rich.
I, quite literally, am a genius. Which means I'm smart enough to know that I shouldn't hold back. Let's see what you're
You
most
should have
afraid
also
of.
not monologued.
Nightmare fuel!
Never let it be said being a
What?
genius and
Why didn't it...
What I'm most afraid of.
being
You want
commonly...
to know what I'm most afraid of? I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of a world where I spend the rest of my life like this. Brittle and creaking and constantly on the verge of breaking. I'm afraid of a life where someone bumping up against me on the street means a trip to the hospital. I'm afraid that this is all there is. But now, I finally have an exit. I finally have a way to leave.
Would just
You
taking her
think you
epithet
can
be
keep
enough
me here?
to do it?
Then you better be ready to die trying.
What?
Also ducks, apparently.
They're small and fast and they bite, okay? Ugh. Whatever.
Not even gonna make a joke about this. Fuck ducks. Those things are terrifying.
Just die or something.
Molly hops the rope and skips up the stegosaurus skeleton.
Why?
Climbing her way to the top of the wall. She takes a
Oh,
hesitant
yeah.
step onto the barrier prison and walks it like a tightrope.
Oh, they're awake now.
Hey, kid! What are you doing? That's dangerous!
Don't worry, I'm gonna
villain's
get you
worried
out of
about
here.
danger.
Boss needs our help.
Boss? Wait a second. What are you talking about? Miss! Miss!
There's no time. Please, just trust me.
Yeah, you recruited her.
There you are! Don't move! I am coming to apprehend you!
Oh no! I've been caught. I sure hope this barrier underneath me doesn't disappear. Then I'd have nowhere to run.
You are right!
She just has
Secret
fire.
technique! Unbarrier!
Ah! Ah!
I gotcha.
Thanks. Boss is in the next room over. This big guy beat him up. He's trying to catch me, and I need your help to get away from him.
Okay!
We'll do our best.
We're the
Oh, that's a girl.
bonsai blasters!
Nobody messes with us.
Oh, no.
Prepare to meet your doom!
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Dead.
Well, they tried their bargain bin best, but they bought me a few seconds, and that's all I needed. Molly dips under the rope and begins crawling up the tail
Oh,
of the
the bonsai blasters were useful.
Hey!
Things
Get
I was not
off of there!
expecting.
One does not ride a mighty dinosaur without its permission! Barrier!
Molly roots around in her backpack and pulls out the gun Giovanni gave her.
Okay, I forgot about
Looks at
that.
it for a second, and then chucks it at the base of the bones.
Hey! Do not throw guns!
I'm a bad guy now. I can do what I want. The dinosaur wibbles and wobbles.
Oh my God, I
Its
love
lungs
this.
creak ominously as the beast begins to collapse.
Okay, I'm trying so hard not to do all the entire... Well, technically this wouldn't happen, so I'm going to do it anyways because I don't care, because it's fun. These things aren't actually held up on their own weight. They have an internal support structure that's a metal rebar that's actually holding up, and then the bones are attached to that because I'm sure someone had at one time stood the bones up and then wired them each to themselves. So if you knocked out a foot, it would go. No, these are actually held up by multiple points, so there's really not one thing holding it up. It's definitely not the legs, because at this point, even if you make a cast of a bone, that cast, because that process is so freaking difficult to do well and could damage the actual original, so you can't make a lot of casts, at least not very high quality ones, unless you make a cast of the cast, and that actually has some detail loss. So most museums don't do that. These things are not going to fall if you completely remove a leg. You can remove sections of it and just put them back because they're actually designed for that in mind. So all of this right now would never happen unless this museum is really bad. And considering they hired someone without a background check who could stay late at night and steal their shit, which they just kept in boxes in a back room, and their security is so bad that when someone literally destroyed the front window, they would be able to, get in without alerting the police, or the fact that two docents could do that to start with. You know what? No, I retract everything I just said. This place is set up like shit. Their design philosophy is so stupid that I actually believe this would be possible, that they could knock it over like this. This makes perfect sense.
You should reposition your barriers if you want to save the dinosaur.
Molly is evil.
No, I do! I do want to save the dinosaur!
I mean, he has his Oh.
Thank goodness.
Molly shimmies her way up the...
No. We need to acknowledge that. I mean, I thought she was just outsmarting him, which wasn't hard, but then, hot damn, Idness. I've only seen him, I think everyone has only seen him do a single barrier and kind of move it. But that... I kind of discounted the stamina aspect in the stats. But being able to simultaneously create in multiple positions on a very short whim, not just a whim, but a short one. I think, yeah, there's one on her thighs. Yeah. 8 barriers. And he's only winded. Like, literally, that's it. 8 barriers in unique positions at unique angles in such a way to stabilize a complex structure that's about to collapse. That's actually kind of impressive. He only uses 1, but if he can just do 8, he literally could just say, nope, box. He'd only need a fraction of them on a much smaller space and a much easier way to do it, and just say, okay, I now have you. 1 underneath you, dead. Or just dead. It's a good thing he's kind of stupid, because with the versatility he just displayed, any creativity with these is terrifying. Hell, him working with anyone with any kind of dangerous quirk. Quirk. I went My Hero Academia on this one. But anyone with an epithet that could interact and just need to be contained. This is a lot of versatility. It's way more than I mentioned. His stamina is huge because Mara was wiped out after just a few shots, which makes sense because she has no stamina considering what she does. But just, yeah, that's very impressive. I need to give him a lot more credit than I was. See? Just winded. Significantly winded, but winded.
And hops into a nearby air vent on the ceiling.
I love those conveniently open air vents.
No.
Okay, he shouldn't be able to follow me up here.
Theoretically, he could just make a bunch of barriers and walk up.
Scoot, scoot, scoot.
All right, let's group up into teams of 3 and sweep the building.
Oh, hey, they actually got
Don't
police
know
here.
what's going on, how many perps there are, or whether they're armed.
Whoa, look at all the policemen.
But now you're a bad guy.
I didn't think so many would show up.
Oh, he's gonna be the bad guy.
That's good. I shouldn't have to worry about Mr. Indus anymore.
Hooah!
Is that man carrying a dinosaur?
On his head.
Little bodyguard! Where did you go? Oh, Hello, police.
9618, we have a 9618 in progress. Subject is in possession of a sauropod. Bronto, possibly a patasaurus. Requesting backup immediately.
Oh, they actually know what a petasaurus is.
Well, this is awkward.
Yes.
To be a good enough distraction. I need to get
Truly,
back
he is
to
the evil
others
mastermind we
before
all
the police
expected he
find them.
was.
Scoot, 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 scoot.
It's adorable. She just keeps saying Scooch.
Epithet erased.
Oh my god, they even put him just holding it with the police, going like, what the fuck? His tattoos represent the sun, and tortoise shells for defense. Makes sense. The cops do not care. He probably told him all of that too.
Commercials are like a barrier on your TV.
Oh my god, he's not wrong. Oh, they have little... Oh. They're...
Epithet erased.
Oh. Oh. Is that actually what I think it is? Yeah, take it. Yeah, okay. Huh. I think the bonsai blasters have better uniforms than the cops. The cops are very functional, including having gloves, which honestly is a good addition because you handle a lot of shit. But, also interesting they have notes there as their badge. But yeah, the bonsai blasters actually have a generally really good costume design. Oh, yeah, because Giovanni made it because he's really actually talented at that. The lowest rank. Yeah. Bonsai blasters only get unique outfits when they earn their nickname. Crusher is named for his giant crush on Giovanni. I thought it was going to be something stupid. I was like, oh, that's actually cute and adorable. Giovanni definitely doesn't notice.
Epithet erased. Yeah, we're back.
They're adorable. I wish they were in more
Counting
episodes.
sheep!
Now I mentioned Innis was only slightly winded.
I see.
Significant winded.
Body is too frail for your own epithet. You can't keep this up. It's a war of attrition then. Counting sheep! Defend me!
What?
All I have to do is survive until your own power knocks you out.
You think you can outlast me? You'd better watch your step!
Okay, one, that's cool. Why is she skating? Fragile ground? Damn.
She's fast!
Also, I'd just like to point out that jump she did, if her body's as fragile as she seems to believe, if this was realistic, the force of coming down for that jump would shatter most of the bones in her legs. There actually are people with this condition in real life, so that actually would be a concern. Jumping is not usually good, unless it is an aspect of her power where if she thinks about it in the slightest, it happens, which would actually be really weird. You have to train yourself not to think about using something, because then, in this case, she wasn't thinking, she thought it would be normal, so it was, and that also implies it's self-inflicted. That does kind of lean more towards this is something her power did to her rather than something she had and just lined up with her power. I'm really looking forward to see if she loses the epithet and it changes how her body is. In which case, just losing her power and giving it to someone else might be a good option.
She grabs Sylvie's chest and clasps her fingers. His ribs turn brittle and his breath chokes. You feel that?
Plus
How your
6.
bones feel like drywall on the verge
Oh.
of caving in.
Oh, she can... She fragiles
How
other
I
people to heal
feel
herself. That's fucked
all
up.
the time. Most people who train their epithet figure out new powers and ways to get around their weaknesses. Not me. The more I train, the stronger my epithet grows, the weaker I get. The only
Why
new
is that
trick
plus
I
6
have is
healing
the
you?
ability to suck stamina out of other people. All I can do is steal from others. So when I heard about this amulet, I figured why not lean into it.
I mean, you could just go into law
Let me
enforcement and
show
steal it from epithet users who need
No! I won't let you! Take this!
it. Oh no! He's going Super Saiyan!
Did he seriously pass out from the shock?
Yes.
What a weenie.
I mean, yes,
Half of my bones
but
are
you're
broken
also
right
wrong.
now, and you don't hear me complaining.
Much. You're unconscious.
Oh, that's new.
Dead! Only 8.
Ow.
-1.
That's still happening.
Beefed and stomps the ground.
Beefed him.
Levels his horns and prepares to charge!
Oh, great. There. Let's see you get through those.
I think he's gonna get through those.
I wasn't serious! She digs
Well,
her
he
head into
was.
the ground, and a wall of crystalline spikes shoot out from the rubble beneath.
Beefton will enjoy
Oh, I just got
examining
some
your
beefcake.
cadaver.
Jeez.
Bam! Bam! Bam!
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it!
She pulls her fist and, with a moment of hesitation, digs it into the wall behind her, breaking at least 2 of her fingers.
Ow!
Why?
Fissure snakes up from the impact.
Oh.
Up the wall and into the ceiling. Crack, crack.
You know, you're in this room
crack.
too, lady.
It crisscrosses
And
until it's
you'll
stuck in the
definitely
roof
take
and
more
been
damage than he does.
completely encircled. Something, something. Bull in a china shop. That's a pretty bad one-liner, but no one's
Not the worst
around
I've ever
here,
said.
so it doesn't matter.
Love the face they gave her here. Oh, she.
You were there too? Damn it. Should have said something cool after all. No, this is perfect.
Come here!
Mara's hand
Oh,
reaches
jeez.
to grab hold of Molly's epithet. The amulet glows in eyes.
Why didn't you try and do it to the
As her
freaking doctor
nails
when he was in your
move to
grip?
close around Molly's neck. But something holds her back.
What?
Don't touch her.
Fine. If you can't wait your turn, I'll take your epithet first.
Probably because they were still fighting.
The amulet glimmers, and an orange
Seriously, why don't you just
aura
give him
surrounds
your as? Like,
It dances
sure, you'd be
for a moment,
depowered, but
fleeting.
then you wouldn't have this
and
issue.
then rushes along Mara's outstretched arm into the gem of the arson amulet.
You can only steal and give
I
what you already has, so you
feel
can't
it.
take it from yourself.
All your strength, all your powers, they're mine. Thank you for your contribution to the museum's collection.
Really?
Kid.
That was an even dumber line.
Now, what did he call that ability?
Oh, he almost did the Jacko pose.
Oh, right. Nightmare fuel.
And it's fire.
That's much better.
And yeah, people were commenting in the last video that they think Molly's nightmare might be fire because they're postulating that her mother died in a fire, which is, it's not so much the fire, it's the connotations it's associated with. Which means if she ever reaches the point where she deals with someone who has a fire epithet, yeah, that would go bad. She'd have to dumb herself down just not to have a panic attack. And then by that point, she might start dumbing people, and I don't know what that would do. Permanently done large and with probably more force intended because panic. Also, Mara, you still have your stamina problems and the entire fragile thing. You might want to literally get rid of that one from yourself. Unless you find someone who has regen as their epithet. Actually, that would be an amazing one to double up on. Huh.
I can get used to this.
Still
Now
fragile.
It's your turn, little girl.
Wait! Indus got captured by the cops! Don't you need to go and help him?
That idiot.
You could probably get out,
Well,
though.
it's his own stupid fault. He can get out of it himself.
You probably can.
But don't you like him?
Huh? Well, I mean, he's...
Oh, God, that actually
neighbor,
worked.
But
You sound like my dad. It's nice to have someone looking out for you.
Is she just...
You shouldn't take it for
Because
granted.
it doesn't look like real
I don't
fire to
take
her.
life advice from a toddler. And don't bother looking for a way out. There's no escape. She reaches for Molly.
Indus told me about your epithet. If it really hurts so much, then why don't you just have somebody use the necklace to steal it away?
Yeah.
You could get rid of it.
And what? Lose what little I've gained from all my effort the past 10 years? This training? This is all I have. Why
You
should I
have
to
nothing
throw
and it's
away
stupid.
all my hard work.
Also, you have
You
Idness.
shouldn't. It's not fair. I know it's not. The world never is. But that doesn't mean you should make other people hurt instead. If you act a little nicer, you get a little nice back. Usually.
Be quiet.
If you say so.
So what if other people get hurt, huh? I've been hurting my whole life. I just wanted to
And she's
stop
making
for
herself worse with her
10
training.
minutes. Is that so wrong? And now it's here. The answer is right.
Is it, though?
Here. I just have to reach out and grab it. A new life.
Oh.
It's so close.
Oh, they're full
I can
animating
almost
this.
Hear it. Wait. No, I can't. I can't hear anything. Why can't I hear anything?
One at a time. Now? Why can't she hear anything? Oh, hell! He's actually helping.
that's what I call a bear trap.
And the first full animated scene, excluding the intro, is Giovanni being a badass, Mara gloating, and Molly being adorable. I'm gonna rewatch that. That was perfect. I love this. I love everything about this.
Grab it! A new life. It's so close. I can almost
It's like
hear
the
it.
madness in the eyes, like the super
No, I
wide.
can't. I can't hear anything. Why can't I hear anything?
She dumbed down the ears, probably, right? Dumbed down the sound. That's it. 13. Dead. And the wall was fragile behind her.
Now
Probably helped make her
that's what
fall.
I call a bear trap.
Oh, that's so cute.
Giovanni struts over to Mara's unconscious body, leans down, and takes the Arsene amulet from her. The battle is over.
Why don't you just
That was
take hers
amazing,
while you're at
boss.
it?
Yeah, super cool.
They were in there? They're fine?
Well,
Huh.
you know, all in a day's work. Plus, I gained a ton of proficiency from winning that battle. And all that smoke gave me an idea for a new move. Check it out. Hoo-wah! Giovanni
Oh.
spreads his arms,
Soup
and the
mist.
area around him is blanketed
That's
in
actually a good idea.
fog as thick as pea soup. Not bad, huh? So, what do you
I
think
mean,
of
yes,
the
but
book
also-
of Lost Souls?
It smells delicious, boss! I love you!
I love you more.
Also, it heals you if you stand in it, just like
Oh.
real souls.
What happened?
That's actually really useful.
You totally Dr. Beefed it and got your epithet stolen like a nerd! Luckily for you, the bonsai blasters saved the day!
Can I please have my epithet back?
Only if you beg!
Never, cretin.
Oh no, he can actually get a
Well, that's
minion this way.
shame. I guess your epithet belongs to the bonsai blasters now!
He's successfully extorting someone.
I want it. I want it.
Or I
I
guess
want it. I want it.
distorting
Give it
distorting them.
Come on.
What's that, Bear Trap? I can't hear it when you mumble like that. If you want something, speak up.
Boss, give it back to him. Please.
Oh my god,
Okay,
she's
fine.
adorable when she
But only
smiles.
because Bear Trap asked so nicely.
Giovanni,
You gotta give her
best,
some positive reinforcement.
best
after
bad
all.
guy.
You're lucky I'm such a good mentor.
Molly walks over and
Horrible
presses
villain.
the amulet to Sylvie.
But also,
The orange aura returns to him.
Thank you.
You're
don't take
welcome.
Mara's. She might appreciate it.
Well, I guess all's well that ends well.
Freeze, criminals! We're the cops!
All right, police.
You forgot about. Oh, they have guns.
Well, the notorious bonsai blasters.
They're notorious.
Should have known you were behind this.
That's right, coppers. We're not scared of you or your little pea shooters. This museum's treasures are ours for the taking.
We shall see. The woman steps forward and unsheathes a real-ass goddamn sword and points it at
Damn.
Whoa! Is that a real ass sword?
Holy crap!
I love this. It goes from, yeah, the woman who's all serious and she's all serious until she's like, I'm actually a real ass goddamn sword. It just said so deadpan and deep and gravelly, but like, she's doing a great job. Maybe like, yeah, this is the kind of cool Giovanni plays it being, but she actually is. Huh. She is literally what Giovanni wants to be. Someone who is cool and badass at the same time. If this show doesn't end, not even the show, but like the entire series eventually doesn't end with him kind of working for her, I'll be very surprised because she's literally everything he kind of wants to be and doesn't seem to realize yet. Huh.
Don't mess around with no real-ass goddamn swords.
That's out of our pay grade.
We're done.
They get paid?
Indeed. That's what your friends said before we captured them.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair.
Guys.
And what of those two? Are these youths also part of your criminal cavalcade? She gestures towards Sylvie and Molly.
As if the bonsai blasters would never hire some snot-nosed little kids.
Giovanni, you
These
glorious
two are
badass.
hostages, so you'd better not shoot. He lifts Molly up and places her in front of him.
Oh no! I am an unwilling hostage! I hope I am not hit
This is so
by a
adorable.
gun or a real-ass goddamn sword!
Egads!
She swore.
And I don't feel bad about it! My innocent already being corrupted by bad guy proximity.
I love this!
No! Stand down, men.
That worked!
That's
How did
right.
that work?
You wouldn't want to hit one of those hostages through the fog by mistake.
Through the fog. What fog?
The fog of lost souls!
I hate that that's a good name.
Where did they go?
It's as thick as pea soup.
We'll meet again soon, Bear Trap.
Curses! Split up and search for them.
I love this.
Can't let them get away. I'll look after these citizens.
Yes, ma'am.
And who in the world is Bear Trap?
Epithet.
I just love that. You know how Mara's epithet is always making her fragile? I'm wondering if the fact that these plans are working is because Molly is dumbing down the situation to the point where all of Giovanni's stupid plans are dumb enough to work. Or dumbing down reality to make his plans actually smart by comparison. It's so dumb, it works. I love this. She's literally a walking plot device if you want to interpret it that way. The situation is so dumb. It fits. It's just so good. Molly has two best friends named Trixie and Phonica? Phonica? I know multiple ways to pronounce these words in this order, but I have really no idea which one they're choosing until we see it. I guess hear it. One of them appeared somewhere in the museum. Did you notice her? No, I did not, because I didn't realize she had friends. Huh. Cool. I wonder if there's going to be a spoiler for later. Ooh. Sheep! Here's all the sheep. Epithet drowsy. The pompadour sheep thinks it's the leader of the flock. Oh yeah, there's one with a pompadour. I missed that. Oh yeah. Sylvie has tried to count how many sheep he can summon, but he always falls asleep first. Counting sheep.
Epithet erased.
Really? You're doing the sheep voice? That's bad. I regret nothing. Dude, I love the art style. Oh, he's on a stretcher?
You think he'll be okay?
Not to worry. He sustained some minor injuries, but I think he'll pull through.
Oh, plus he did get healed by
Good thing he
Giovanni.
managed to get his epithet back, though. A dangerous artifact like that amulet simply cannot be left in the hands of criminals. I'm
Or a
afraid this
museum
is
that
going
it's
to be
easily
the
stolen
start
from.
of a lot of work for the police force.
I wish I got a chance to examine it up close.
You could have probably asked.
Call the number on that card when you get a room at the hospital, okay? I'll send over some get-well toys from the store.
Molly's amazing.
Thanks. Molly,
Molly, best store manager.
did you mean it when you said you would be my friend?
Sure. If you want me to be.
Yeah. See you. I hope.
Hey,
They did the-
eyes?
Ooh,
Well,
the
we've
leg.
wrapped up most everything here, but I'm afraid we still can't seem to get a hold of your father.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah, that tracks.
Ow! Careful with those handcuffs, all right?
I apologize for getting us.
Is it just me or does she look
captured,
less
Lady
pale?
Mara. I will do my best.
Maybe it's just
to
the lighting.
scout, so you may have as much room as possible.
Shut up, Indus. Mara sighs and squeaks in
Oh
behind
yeah, if they
him.
hit a turn, she's gonna
She
get dead.
grinces as her broken bones press against Indus's girth. She's used to it.
Molly walks over before they shut the door.
Careful, citizen. Just because they're wearing eraser cuffs doesn't mean they aren't dangerous.
It'll be okay.
What do you want?
I'm sorry, they have cuffs that I'm assuming eraser cuffs is someone else using their epithet to block others? One, holy shit. Two, Mara, you dumb bitch! You had a solution the entire time? I mean, sure, it probably wouldn't be something they would have easy access to. But if ground force level police have it, it's probably something a rich person could do. And I mean, sure, a normal person wouldn't. But we have established you're called Lady by Indus because your family is fucking loaded. Because we saw your room. It's probably the only reason they could afford to make it look nice when you literally probably destroy it on a regular basis. it's a minor plot hole, and I'm assuming maybe it's something in more universe like, okay, yeah, we're not going to give that to you. And maybe this universe isn't corrupt enough that the answer to that wasn't, I have money. Which honestly is like, oh, wow, this is such a good place. I'm just going to pretend that's the reason because it's actually kind of heartwarming. As opposed to she just didn't think about it because she was kind of obsessed with her own self-loathing. It's like, this is what I have, which is literally what she just did, saying that she could get rid of it, but she chooses not to because she still wants to have power. Yeah, it's not like she's obsessed with her own suffering because it's what gave her power, but also at the same time it's hurting her. We're going to ignore that because that's actually way more depressing, even though it might be completely accurate.
I'm sorry I couldn't give you my epithet.
You
really, I am.
Just take hers.
I needed to deal with stuff at home for a while, but I can at least do this much for you. She gently takes Mira's hands in her own and closes her eyes.
What?
There's a moment of serene quiet.
Is she dumbing down the pain?
For the first time in a long while, Mira doesn't feel anything.
Dumbing down
discomfort,
sensation.
No pain. Just quiet. I hope that makes your car ride a little nicer at least.
It's gonna suck when you get all the pain from it
If
later.
you ever want me to help with that in the future, just ask. You know, once you get out of jail.
She doesn't say anything.
In this kind of elbow, sir.
And there goes her arm.
Can I get a ride home?
You sure you want to go home? Oh yeah, blind deaf. Totally boring.
Thank you very much for driving me.
You're quite welcome. I know things didn't go quite as expected today, but I hope you got
Yes.
the chance to learn something on your field trip.
Yeah, I think I did.
A life of crime suits you.
Molly reaches for her keys, but the
Start by
door
robbing
is
the store.
already unlocked.
Really?
Dad. She turns and waves to the police
That's
lady.
just painful.
Good night.
What an adorable young Sprog.
I mean, yes. Wait, she say
Molly
scrod?
flips the close sign to open and starts her shift.
Is that a type of fish?
11 p.m. at night.
Okay. This setup right here says so much. Because like you see Molly, who probably works the front desk, it's like super organized and well done. And you see the little cash register. I'm assuming it's a cash register or a scanning plate. Everything there. And then I'm assuming this is her dad's desk. It's covered in trash, looks like wrappers. And he has probably not used it in a long time because it's pushed against the wall to the point where there's no one to access it. So he probably just left it a mess. She hasn't bothered cleaning it. And it's just useless. Also, why is there a flask? Why is there a paddle? Why is there is that a wrench and a knife and a treasure map? Why does he have a scroll? Why does he have a tank? Okay, I guess toy. I don't even want to know what this gaping mask is. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, what the actual fuck, dude? Like, are you secretly Indiana Jones' incompetent brother? That would be hilarious, but also, why?
You know what? No. Flip. I'm going to bed.
Fuck yeah. Do it, Molly. Be a rebel. And close the shop realistically early. Oh. Returning? What's going on? Ooh, new character. Me. Hey! Boss, hey. Did you get the amulet? Lol. Oh! Oh, she's glowing electricity. Oh, what happened? Did you get caught? I guess a few other people beat her to it. You're not gonna believe this. Okay, so there were like 11 million other people trying to steal this stupid thing. It was hilarious. You also, oh, you can see a little cat face. He has like a button nose. Sorry, I was assuming most of the main characters would have been in the opening scroll, so I had no idea there was extra characters with unique designs. This is so cool. Goodness, and the boss is an idiot because she believes it. Or he. Bonsai blasters grabbed it. Oh, that's bad. Oh, they still have it. Pitching their names. Giovanni Pratage, leader. I can send you pictures. She has pictures? She was in there long enough to get... Oh, man, that's a shitty picture outside. Then we have a manhunt on her hand. Oh. Ooh, so they're all... Also, I love how it's like the stylized heart with a stopper in it. Like the just entire background of stained glass. That's so cool. In fact, I just want to take a quick second to examine all these pictures, but they just gave us so many. Just go back a second and just quickly go through it. I can send you the pictures. Seriously, like a few like that one. I love how they did the blur effect. More. Oh yeah, that's Giovanni behind it. Also, this person, is their ability less lightning and more light? Because in which case they were invisible? That wouldn't make sense why they were able to hide themselves when we didn't see them. Just a random schoolgirl and they're posing outside. So in other words, this person just decided to fuck around. Oh, this is hilarious. Soup! No. No. Are you kidding me? This is grade A comedy right here. This is his initial reveal of his power when we had it on the full screen, and it's been happening with everyone. So apparently, though, this is just a thing that happens. You just randomly see people when they talk about their ability go barrier, and the card actually pops up showing how it works. I love this. And it's like a definite joke they slid in there for anyone who'd be dumb enough to try and go through it scene by scene. Like literally, you can count how many frames it's in. I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 frames. It's only in 7 frames. It's a complete joke about how they're just putting in the entire, here's how it looks. Here's the stat sheet effect that they do in the transitions. And various other parts. I just, it's such a stupid in-joke. And it's only in there for literally 7 frames. But it's so funny because I love meta humor. And this is a joke about someone seeing it from the outside. It's like, yeah, this is just a thing that happens. There's probably laws about not talking about your barrier. Your stats. Sorry, Idness has done it so much, I actually just refer to it as barrier now. That's brilliant and silly in all the best ways. Which means this is a job for Zora. Oh man. That kid is so screwed. Lamau here. And that was episode 4 of Epithet Erased, which I'm definitely making a point to say the name right of more frequently just to make sure I don't fuck it up, because I definitely haven't before and there's no evidence to do with that whatsoever, and no one should go back to see the previous episodes where I definitely got it right. Yeah, I'm not holding that over myself at all. I kind of like how this wraps up the first arc. It's such a great way. Just so many good moments. The first massive animation, like before, it's always like that version of the TTS style of almost sock puppet motions, where there's animated aspects of individual pieces, but overall it's a static background over top the D&D layout. And I love it. I've actually grown to love that entire style because it has its own type of charm where you have to focus more on what the characters are saying and some of the unique facial changes they add, which are honestly very distinct. So the characters being so massively distinctive is a huge aspect here because there's so much detail to absorb. The fact that they're not always moving and always in motion really does work. Where if you were trying to do that with a more animated sequence, you would have to dumb down the character design so much. Dumb down. Just because it would be almost impossible to do that otherwise, unless you had a massive budget. Or you were this series behind certain animes like Violet Evergarden. It's like, you know what? We're going to make something that looks like a movie, but it's going to be a TV show. That's going to be awesome until we make a movie. And it just looks like a TV show because the TV show was awesome. I just love Violet Evergarden. It's such a relaxing, sad show. I have a masochistic sense of enjoyment then. I just realized that. Well, that's on me. Either way, though, this was brilliant. The animation they had was brilliant. The characterizations in there were brilliant. Molly just being really awesome, even towards Mara, and probably earning a friend or a favor in the future. Brilliant. I wonder if she can... What would happen if Molly dumbed down Ignis's dumb? Considering that earlier bit about how he has great creativity in the moment without realizing it, if Ignis was smarter and she accidentally gave him creativity by doing that, that would be kind of overpowered. Yeah, let's not contemplate that. All the same, if you guys haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. That was just good. Hit it up. I'm just really excited to see where this goes because they introduced new characters, new aspects, new dimensions to this. Giovanni being the subject of a manhunt. I just want to see what's going to happen next. I just really love this show. Again, links below. Hit them up. When you're done, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one, which is definitely going to happen because there's no way I'm going to miss this. I'll see you guys later. Adios.